We're now getting an update on that Amber Alert that was issued about 5 o'clock on Wednesday morning. It has since been canceled. The police chief in Columbus is speaking right now, and we're going to listen in.
I'll share a brief timeline of events leading up to this discovery. Last night at 9:38 p.m., Brooklyn Police Department officers were dispatched to a business in the 4000 block of Tietman Road on a report of a woman walking suspiciously around the building. The responding officers identified the woman as Pammy May and took her into custody.
Okay, that just dropped out. We were getting updates as they were coming in. They said that they identified a woman walking suspiciously. It was, in fact, Pammy May. That was at about 9 o'clock last night. Hopefully, are we able to get back in there, guys?
Block of Marsdale Avenue in Franklin County. Shortly after 1 a.m. this morning, we located a body we believe to be that of Darnell. We will be in consultation with the prosecutor's office to add murder to Mrs. May charges and to begin the process of transporting her back to Franklin County. We want to thank our local, state, and federal partners, FBI, Brooklyn Police Department, Lindale Police Department, Streetboro Police Department, Ohio State Patrol, the medical staff in Cleveland, U.S. Marshals, our team, sworn and civilian, who worked tirelessly to try to bring justice to this case. Our local and national media partners for helping us spread awareness and gather information. And lastly, I'd like to thank the community for your continued support, your concern, and your partnership. This is not the outcome that we wanted. But we're going to make sure that we do everything that we can to bring justice for Darnell. At this time, we'll take any questions.
Have you contacted the biological family?
Yes, we have spoken with the biological family. They were made aware.
Has Pammy said what happened leading up to his body being in the drain?
We have had an opportunity to interview her. At this time, this is now a homicide investigation, so we can't share specific information for the integrity of the investigation.
Was she found by, or was she seen by a police patrol, or was it someone who saw her picture that called police?
So it was actually someone in a business that noticed her and contacted the local police department.
Do you know if Darnell was killed in the area or killed here? She drove over there. Do you know? Elaborate.
Based on the 911 call, we believe that he was killed here, just based on what we heard.
I know it's early in the investigation, but do we believe any weapons were used?
At this point, we don't know.
Did she show any mental or physical injuries? What was she treated for at the hospital?
We know that she is being treated, but at this point, I cannot tell you what she's being treated for.
Did the cruiser that passed that saw the Jeep, did that have a license reading technology on it, and would that have made a difference?
There are no license plates on the front of Ohio vehicles, as you know, so they would not have been able to see that.
What would you say to other people who may find themselves in a position that Pammy was in regards to, again, you guys solving this case? Kind of what would you say to those people who may potentially do something like this?
Well, we would expect anyone, if you have thoughts of harming a child or if you're in a position like that, to please reach out to someone and have that conversation, whether it's mental health workers, whether it's the local police department, whether it's a family or friend. Please reach out to someone.
Have you talked to the husband at all? What did he say? Did he have any inkling that this was a possibility other than that 911 call?
We attempted to make contact with him, and we were unsuccessful in doing so at this time.
We know that he shared on the 911 call that she was taking medication for bipolar disorder, depression. Do we know any other information about her mental history besides those two things right now?
We do not at this time.
This investigation center on.
Yeah, so not the news we wanted to hear from this Amber Alert out of Columbus, but the body they believe to be Darnell Taylor found about 1 a.m. this morning. Pammy May found and taken into custody.
Yeah, so we believe that this happened in the Cleveland area. We know that this woman was walking suspiciously. They identified her as Pammy May. They say that she's being treated right now. They did not comment on exactly what she's being treated for, But this is now a homicide investigation.
Yes, and I mean, obviously not the answers that anybody wanted to get, but they were called because they saw her suspiciously walking around a business. That's what initially alerted them, and then they found that body then. Later overnight, they talked about bringing her back to Franklin County to get the latest there, and they'll continue to update those charges. We will have more coverage for you here through the morning on WLWT.